Today we're going to be putting in a flat screen TV, 48 inch. It's the largest that you can get in here. So this is again 2008 Intrigue, and it normally had the TV hanging down from the front, and I got fed up hitting my head on this thing, getting up, cleaning the window. It normally came down to about here. So I've already shortened this box, put a clock up there for the time being, a few little ornaments. All the wires are still up there for the TV. They're wrapped up if I ever need to do it. What I'm going to be doing today is taking out, or I should say this week, or in this video, taking out the computer desk, which I find a bit of a irritant and a waste of space. Normally have the single reclining seat sitting here, but we're going to put a flat screen TV here, and it's going to pop up against that window, so when you're sitting on the sofa you can actually watch the TV properly, and rather than crooking your neck and trying to watch the TV up there. Okay, the slides are in, so I'm a bit claustrophobic at the moment, but you know what I mean, trying to watch TV at an angle. So I've already ordered the lift system. It's a Vivo. When it comes in a couple of days, I'll put the TV on it, put it in here, see how much room I've got, and then I'll make up a cabinet to go across here with a top on it. Probably get some more of this corian if I can find it, with a top that's going to sit and resemble this one, which I quite like this idea, the way it's hinged. I don't want to attach it to the top of the TV because there really isn't enough room up here. I've got 25 inches, 25 and a half between this cabinet and this shelf. The shelf's going to come out, and the corian is going to sit where this shelf sits to give me the space I need, and it's 25 and a half inches from the top of here underneath this cabinet, and the TV's 25. So stay tuned, get this desk out, get the carpet up. I've already marked where the wood frame and the steel frame is that runs along this wall, and I was fortunate when this was being repaired several years ago. I had pictures of the outside, so I know where the framework is that I can attach to for the TV lift stand. So stay tuned and we'll see how this comes out. So here's all the parts out that needs to be removed so I can get that new cabinet and TV in. The window frame, the panel, or the piece of decorative trim that sits along here. Interestingly, they put it together and they stain everything. And the two kitchen cabinet doors for the sink, underneath the sink. And you think, why do I need to take those out? Well, this thing is held in with 9 screws. And to get to those screws, to get it off, you have to take the cabinet doors off, the cabinet floor out, and get down the bottom down here. Okay, so here's the new Vivo lift. It takes a 32 to 48 inch TV. It's just temporarily installed in the bottom there and connected just to get the measurements I need for the cabinet. So here's the TV going up. It's really quiet, this Vivo stand. Really pleased with it actually. So it's going to come all the way up. In this particular case, maximum you're going to get in here is a 48 inch TV because of the distance that you have, and you can set up the stops. So that's right at the top underneath the cabinet. And then when you look at the bottom down here, where this lip is, where the new corian work surface is going to meet, it's literally 1 for 1 there. So when the corian surface is on, this is going to literally just sit on top of the corian surface. This Vivo lift gets secured to the floor, to the wall. This is 9.5 inches, and then the cable is going to come around. This is all going to be screwed in down here, the remote, the control, the boxes. Now I can measure up for the cabinet, and I know the cabinet needs to be 10 inches wide to take this cable, this dimension down here. That's 9.5 to there. It gives me 1/2 inch where that cable can sit to the inside of the cabinet. So you can hear this. Sorry for the juddery screen, but you can set up, here's a remote, you can set 2 positions on this, end stops. Really quiet. So as I say, now I've got that in there, I'll show you what I'm going to do with the top. I'm not going to attach the top to the top of the screen so it comes up. I'm going to have it folding. Next, going to draw up the design for the cabinet. There's going to be a door this side, a door that side with shelves behind it, so you can put videos and whatever else you want on there, DVDs, storage. And in the middle there's going to be an opening which is probably 1.5 inches bigger either side than that TV, so I can get the TV in and out easily if it ever breaks, and then do some repairs on it. And in the front of that is going to be 2 doors, so you open up the doors either side and you can get to the TV. You can even... So here's the carcass, the shell. I decided to make it myself because I went to a couple of local cabinet makers and they quoted me $5,000 to make the shell, not including the top, just the shell and the doors. So I decided I'd go ahead and do it myself. So the TV is going to sit in here, come out through the top. It's going to have a corian top on it to match the rest of the coach. One shelf, I'm going to put a couple of adjustable shelves in there. So there's a carcass made out of 1/2 inch birch covered ply. Come out very good actually. I bought myself a table saw. I figured cheaper to buy the wood and a table saw to cut the wood up rather than pay $5,000 out for a cabinet maker. Admittedly, a cabinet maker is going to make it far better than I ever can. But I tell you what, when this comes out and when you see it finished, I think you'll be quite impressed. I am so far. I always like woodworking. Catch you later. Here's the finished cabinet. Well, I say finished. All the woodwork's done. It's got the cherry facing on it. The best I could do to match. Gonna talk to Premier RV at the moment, trying to get the type of either semi-gloss or gloss lacquer come varnish that they use on the cabinet. It's come out quite well. It's got the TV lift in there, the clearance. I couldn't match the bottom because it's too intricate and the tool required to make that moulding would be too expensive for the router bit. So I've matched it the best I could. I'm gonna get a couple of doors, 4 doors made up. I might even make those myself as well. We'll see how that comes out. Anyway, I'm going to put this in the coach. Next part of this video will be installed in the coach. The reason that is, I don't think I'm going to get round to getting it stained. It all depends when he comes back with the type of varnish that they're using. So hopefully he comes back to me, and I'd truly appreciate it if it did. Anyway, catch you later. Okay, here's the cabinet. Excuse the Sunday attire again, but I'm in the garage and I'll get dirty. I'll probably get stain on me. The carcass of the cabinet is 1/2 inch birchwood face plywood, and the frame that you're going to see is cherry. However, this is what I come across when I was trying to match the stain. This is the cherry inside the cabinet. Various shades of it as it's darkened over the years. I did try, as you can see here, different lacquers, different stains and different finishes. to try and match. I spoke to Premier IV and they were very kind to tell me that all they use is a pre-catalyst clear lacquer. Well, there's a pre-catalyst clear lacquer and you can obviously see that it's totally different. So I wasn't willing to put it in there, use it, potentially ruin it and spoil the cabinet on the sake that it might darken down. So done some research. There's a company called Rhoda that do paints, supplies, lacquers, you name it, and they can also match. They can tint and provide you a tint and then a lacquer on top. So this is what I come up with. The bottom one down there is something they match for me. So I'm going to stain this up now, and then I'm going to use a clear lacquer over the top of it once it's done. So bear with me. Clear this away. As I say, all the lacquers, the polyurethane seals that I tried over the top of this, as I was advised, not good. So, if you're doing this, contact me and I'll tell you what colours I've got. Here's my stain. Here's my stain cloth, and we're going to start putting this on. Hopefully you can see it from there, but it already looks pretty damn good. As I was saying in the earlier part of this video, I wanted to make it myself, but I thought I'd give some of the local cabinet makers an opportunity, try business their way, and see what they would charge me. $5,000 to make this, and what you see here is $800, and I bought a table saw to cut the wood, and that's including the table saw. So I'm happy as a pig in proverbial manure, so to speak. You're probably saying, oh, you should have tested this on the wood first. Well, that's exactly what that was. That's an offcut of the cherry wood that I used on the bottom here, 5" to get the colours matched. So yeah, I'd already tested it. I'm happy with this. Hopefully you can see this. It's actually looking pretty damn spiffy, if I say so myself. I was advised with this stain to put it on with a rag or a stain sponge such as this. Wipe off the excess as we're doing there. And the lacquer I've got is a spray lacquer. I did try some lacquers, and I did try painting it and spraying it, and what I found is that spraying the lacquer actually works and it flattens out a lot nicer. Hence the reason I'm not doing it upright, I'm going to do it flat. so it gives the lacquer a chance just to flatten out rather than run if I put it on too heavy. And yeah, I tried that as well before doing this. What do you think? So far, so good, huh? Rather than make you watch this whole video, the parts where I'm not talking, I'll speed up. There we have it, the stained cabinet. Match that to that, and to that. Pretty good. Let's try against the original door. There's an original door. Just lay that on top of there like such. I'm happy with that. What do you think? What say thee, as I often say? Good? Impressed? You happy? I'm happy. Stay tuned. When this dries, we will put the lacquer on it. So this is it. You probably didn't see it a minute ago with the, but this is the colour with the door on. Now, a blind man would like to see this or to see the differences. What do you think? That's the original door, obviously been lacquered, and this is the stain I've got for the wood to match. So I was worried that I wasn't be able to get it match colours, but hey, I'm happy with this. Okay, here's the finished product. Got the doors done, got the top made. Light behind the door, light switch. These two are just access for the TV, as you can see. Quite pleased with it, it's come out well. Here's the irony. We came down to Tucson for the winter, went and started looking around at coaches and decided to trade the coach. So this is the last video I'm going to be making on my Country Coach. Finally finished the lift TV. This is a 50-inch TV that I put in here. And you can see I was limited because of the couple of restrictions. The height up here and this valance length. I had to cut ½ inch off that valance length because I was going to put engineered top back in, but I couldn't find any. Buy the whole sheet, too expensive, $1,000. So I went with cherry wood, which looks good, but it meant I only allowed for ½ inch between the cabinet down here and this, so I had to cut ½ inch off there, but it worked out well, and as you can see, pleased with that. Any questions, hit me up in the comments, and I hope this helps you with your mods and gives you inspiration to put TV lift cabinet in, because not many of the early country coaches have it. And to do this you have to take out, in my case I took out the little desk area that was here. And by the way, I used the engineered top that was on the desk to make a few sink cutting boards, because they were missing when I got the coach. So another little benefit that came from that. Anyway, stay tuned. I'll share with you the next coach that we'll be getting, which we should be picking up tomorrow. So stay tuned and see you soon.